Horses used in saddle bronc riding sometimes shatter their legs. Sometimes they buck out, fall over, break their neck, and die right in front of you. Jumpers sometimes just fall over and die. Sometimes they hit a rail and shatter their leg. Most dangerous thing you can do with a horse is jump. This is Utah State Representative Ken Ivory. He don't like Mexicans. He doesn't seem to have a problem if jumpers try to drown a horse, or if this horse's right front leg is broken. He wants to make a law to stop pialas, an event in charreada. Well, in almost 25 years of going to charreadas and seeing thousands of pialas, I've never seen one horse hurt in pialas. Ivory also wants to stop MANGANA a pie, or MANGANA on foot. CHARROs have been catching horses by their legs for the last 400 years, and if they've been doing serious injuries to horses, they would have stopped. Doug Winnett, a former president of the American Association of Equine Practitioners, says that catching horses by their legs is safer than catching them by their neck. A third event in charreada that Ivory wants to stop is MANGANA a caballo, or MANGANA on horseback. If Ivory gets away with this, he's going to stop 1/3 of the 9 events in charreada, the national sport of Mexico. He says he wants to do this because he loves horses. Charros call themselves gente de caballo, or people of the horse. The only difference between charros and Ivory is that charros don't look at horses as some sort of large lapdog. They look at horses as what they are, strong, powerful animals that can take a little bit of bouncing around. These are the same animals that pull the guns for Lee and Grant, hunted with the Sioux and Cheyenne, and charged with Villa. They aren't some sort of pathetic wimps that need to be cuddled. I'll admit, MANGANA and pialas are not for the faint at heart or nervous Nellies. Charreada is a celebration of the traditional methods of animal husbandry used in the Old Southwest. And if you're interested in history and you're interested in livestock, you'd appreciate it. The fact is, the horses used in MANGANA and pialas are in less danger than a high school football player on a Saturday night. Now, before you get maudlin and start quoting Gandhi and talking about how society should be judged by how it treats its animals, I think society should be judged by how it treats its children. This young man died. 50,000 children end up hospitalized as a result of high school football injuries. Between 10 and 20 die every year. Watch this child's left leg. It's not supposed to flop like that. We accept the dangers of football because the benefits outweigh the dangers. The biggest benefit of charreada is the fact that it's a team sport, and those teams are centered around families. It's not unusual to see teams that have 2 and even 3 generations of charros competing. To understand this, you need to get to know the charros, which Ivory apparently didn't take the time to do. You would understand it if you could see a father leading his son in the lienzo, or a mother riding with her daughter in the escaramuza. You would also understand it if you saw a younger brother warming up his older brother's horse for Paso de Muerte. Now, if you go to the animal rights material and see what their complaints about Mangana Piales are, you'll find that the first thing they always talk about is the fact that the horses caught in Mangana and Piales are skinny and malnourished. Well, you're watching Mangana and Piales here, and see how many skinny and malnourished horses you can find. These charreadas are put on by the Federación Mexicana Charrería, or the FMCH. And the FMCH has 78 pages rules about charreada, one of which tells you how big the animals have to be. The next thing the animal rights material talks about is how the horses are roped until they're lame, or roped until they have rope burns all the way down to the bone. Fact is, only about 1/3 of the horses are captured. The other 2/3 just run around in a circle. Watch here and look for any lame horses. Look for any horses that have rope burns down to the bone. These are controlled captures, where the horses are brought down on their shoulders. It's less dangerous because it's practice, and these men know what they're doing. They're caught and then usually taken right out of rotation after their capture. The charros are not cruel and barbaric, another term that the animal rights people like to throw around. These are good people, people who would never intentionally hurt an animal. Now, I can go on and tell you more about how the animals used in Mangana and Piales are not hurt. But they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so a video should be worth 1,000,000. Watch these videos, and then go on and watch more of the videos of Mangana on YouTube. You're going to see that the animals are not hurt. Then contact Utah Representative Ken Ivory and tell him to knock it off. Remind him that discrimination is not only un-American, it's illegal. Tell him that if he wants to protect horses, to go over to the Utah Hunt and Jump Club and shut them down. Because jumping is the most dangerous thing you can do with a horse. Bonito es el jaripeo y cuánta su animación. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Upaliu, paliu, upaliu, paliu. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor.
fiesta charra, fiesta del sol. Donde los charros valientes dan con sus cantos la evocación. El jaripeo es un festejo que huele a surco y a tradición. Remedo de la faena más admirada de mi nación. Bonito es el jaripeo y cuánta su animación. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Upaliu, paliu, upaliu, paliu. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Ay, ay, ay. La fiesta charra, fiesta del sol. Donde los charros valientes dan con sus cantos la evocación. El jaripeo es un festejo que huele a surco y a tradición. Ruedados de la faena más admirada de mi nación. Bonito es el jaripeo y cuando es su animación. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Upaliu, paliu, upaliu, paliu. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor.
Y así se canta en mi tierra, ¿verdad que Dios que sí?
La gente aplaude con emoción. Y un toro viene rodado, muy bien coleado por Don Nabor. Y prepararon un toro para que lo monte Don Felimón. Y mientras sus lanzadores corrían la riata con gran primor. Bonito es el jaripeo y cuánta su animación. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Upaliu, paliu, upaliu, paliu. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. La fiesta charra, fiesta del sol. Donde los charros valientes dan con sus cantos la evocación. El jaripeo es un festejo que huele a surco y a tradición. Remedo de la faena más admirada de mi nación. Bonito es el jaripeo y cuánta su animación. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Upaliu, paliu, upaliu, paliu. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor.